You've always heard that vegetables are good for your health. But what if some of them are actually silently harming your kidneys, deregulating your glucose and even causing joint inflammation? And most worryingly, one of the most dangerous vegetables could be in your fridge right now. For years, doctors and nutritionists have praised these foods. However, the surprising truth is that as we age, our bodies may not deal with them in the same way as before. In today's video, the channel Active Health will show 8 vegetables that people over 40 or 50 should consume with caution, or even avoid, as they may be behind symptoms such as bloating, constant tiredness, or those pains that appear with no apparent explanation. Before we start, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel Active Health to receive health tips every week, and comment from which city you are watching. Now, let's find out which vegetables seem harmless, but maybe aren't that healthy. Number 1, corn, the blood sugar villain. Corn is one of the most consumed vegetables in the world. It appears in many forms: cooked, baked, in tortillas, breakfast cereals, and even hidden in processed foods in the form of corn syrup. Despite being touted as a natural source of fiber, corn can be a hidden enemy for older people, raising blood sugar levels, making digestion difficult, and contributing to health problems over time. One of the biggest problems is that corn is extremely difficult to digest. Unlike many other vegetables, it contains cellulose, a type of fiber that the human body has difficulty breaking down. This is why it sometimes appears almost intact in feces. For younger people, this may not be a problem, but as we age, digestion tends to slow down. This difficulty in completely digesting corn can cause gas, bloating, cramps, and general discomfort. Those who suffer from irritable bowel syndrome or other digestive disorders may have their symptoms worsen. Another point of attention is the impact of corn on blood glucose. It has a high glycemic index, meaning it quickly turns into blood sugar. This can cause spikes followed by sudden drops in glucose, increasing the risk of diabetes, weight gain, and insulin resistance. Many elderly people already face difficulties controlling glucose, and excessive consumption of corn can make this control even more difficult. High blood sugar can also compromise long-term kidney health, making corn a silent risk. If you have diabetes, prediabetes, or kidney problems, take extra care. But there's more. Most of the corn produced today is transgenic, GMO, and receives large amounts of pesticides. Studies show that pesticide residues and genetically modified foods can harm intestinal health, cause inflammation, and even interfere with hormonal balance. This is even more worrying in older people, who tend to have weakened immune systems and slower metabolisms. Exposure to these chemical compounds can promote the emergence of digestive diseases, food intolerances, and chronic inflammation, which are linked to problems such as heart disease, arthritis, and even cognitive decline. But what if you really like corn? It is not necessary to eliminate it completely from your diet, but it is important to make more conscious choices. Eat in moderate amounts and choose organic, non-GMO corn whenever possible. Avoid ultra-processed products, such as corn syrup, chips, and sugary cereals. These are the most harmful. Despite seeming harmless, corn can be a hidden trigger for digestive, glycemic imbalances and other health risks in older people. Before adding another carb to your plate, it's worth asking yourself, is this silently helping or harming my health? Number 2, mushrooms, not so harmless. Mushrooms are often praised as superfoods, rich in vitamins, antioxidants, and compounds that strengthen the immune system. Many older people include mushrooms in their diet, believing that they help with brain health and contribute to a longer life. But what most people don't know is that mushrooms can pose certain dangers, especially over the years. One of the biggest risks comes from wild mushrooms. Many edible types have the ability to absorb toxic substances from the environment, such as heavy metals and soil pollutants. If these mushrooms are grown in contaminated regions, they can accumulate dangerous toxins that store in the body over time. In the elderly, who generally have a more fragile immune system or kidney problems, these toxins are even more harmful. They can cause organ damage, neurological problems, and digestive discomfort. The scary thing is that even mushrooms bought in supermarkets can be contaminated if they were grown in low-quality soil. Another hidden risk is agaratin, a natural compound present in raw mushrooms, especially the champignon type, the common white one. Research indicates that agaratin may have carcinogenic properties when consumed in large quantities. Although cooking significantly reduces the levels of this substance, many people still consume raw mushrooms in salads or cook them superficially, without knowing that they may be exposing themselves to harmful compounds. This can increase inflammation in the body, compromise gut health, and increase the risk of chronic health problems. Additionally, mushrooms may be responsible for allergic reactions or food sensitivities. Many older people do not realize that mushrooms contain fungal proteins capable of activating the immune system, causing symptoms such as swelling, skin irritation, gastrointestinal discomfort, and even breathing difficulties. Some people only feel mild discomfort, such as gas or nausea, while others may have more intense reactions. If you often feel unwell after eating mushrooms, your body may be having difficulty processing them correctly. So, how to consume mushrooms more safely? The first step is always to cook them well. The heat helps eliminate the aggravate and any bacteria or toxins present. Choose organic mushrooms as they are less likely to contain pesticide residue or environmental contaminants. And if you have a sensitive intestine or allergies, it may be best to avoid or greatly reduce your consumption of mushrooms to avoid unwanted effects. Although they seem harmless, mushrooms can be a source of toxins, digestive discomfort, and health risks, especially in older people. Before including them in your next meal, it's worth thinking about how they could be impacting your body. Number 3. Eggplant, the hidden trigger of inflammation. Eggplant is widely used in various recipes around the world. It is appreciated for its soft texture and ability to absorb seasonings well. Furthermore, it is seen as a light option, low in calories and rich in fiber. But behind the shiny shell, there is a compound that can cause problems for many people: solanine. Solanine is a natural substance found in eggplant, potatoes, and other vegetables in the nightshade family. Although it helps the plant protect itself from pests, in the human body it can cause inflammation and intensify joint pain. This is especially concerning for those who suffer from arthritis, gout, or other painful chronic conditions. Many people experience joint stiffness, swelling, or pain after eating eggplant, without imagining that the problem could be coming from this vegetable. In addition to inflammation, eggplant can also be difficult to digest. Its thick skin and small seeds contain compounds that irritate the stomach lining, which can cause reflux, gas, and abdominal discomfort. For those who have gastroesophageal reflux, GERD, or a more sensitive digestive system, eggplant can worsen symptoms, causing burning and stomach pain. Some people may also experience mild allergic reactions to eggplant, such as an itchy throat or slight swelling after consumption. So, how to consume eggplant in a safer way? The secret is to cook it well. Heat helps break down solanine, making it less harmful to the body. Grilling, steaming, or roasting eggplant until it is very soft can greatly reduce its negative effects. Removing the skin also facilitates digestion. And most importantly, consume in moderation, especially if you have arthritis, joint pain, or digestive problems. Eggplant may seem harmless, but for many older people, it can be a silent trigger of inflammation, aggravating joint pain, irritating the digestive system, and even causing kidney discomfort. If you've been in the habit of eating eggplant without thinking much about it, it might be time to reconsider how it's affecting your body. Number 4. Potatoes, the blood sugar nightmare. Potatoes are one of the most consumed vegetables in the world. From purees and fries to chips, it is present in many meals and is considered a comfort food classic. But what if this common food is silently harming your health, especially as you age? One of the biggest problems with potatoes is their high glycemic index, GI. This means that they quickly turn into sugar after consumption, causing rapid spikes in blood glucose. For older people, especially those with diabetes, insulin resistance, or metabolic problems, this can be extremely harmful. These frequent spikes in blood sugar can cause tiredness, weight gain, and increase your risk of heart disease. Over time, they also strain the kidneys, damage nerves, and worsen diabetic symptoms. And the risks don't stop there. French fries, like those from fast food or industrialized chips, are even more dangerous. When potatoes are fried at high temperatures, they produce acrylamide, a chemical associated with inflammation and an increased risk of cancer. These substances are not only harmful to the body but also contribute to joint pain, slower metabolism, and premature aging. If you think that switching to baked potatoes solves the problem, it's important to know that even without the skin, it can still cause spikes in blood sugar, leaving you hungry and tired right after the meal. This makes it difficult to control your weight and energy levels. What is the alternative? Replace with sweet potato. It contains more fiber, has a lower glycemic impact, and is rich in antioxidants. And if you are going to consume regular potatoes, prefer to keep them with the skin and opt for methods such as boiling or roasting. Avoid frying at all costs. Potatoes may seem harmless, but in older people, they can trigger glycemic imbalances, inflammation, and long-term health risks. The next time you prepare a dish with potatoes, consider, is it helping or hindering your health? Number 5. Peas, the hidden sugar bomb. Peas seem like a harmless vegetable, small, green, and often included in healthy dishes. They are known to contain fiber, proteins, and essential nutrients. But what if I told you that they could be negatively affecting your health, especially if you are elderly? The first problem is the amount of natural sugar present in peas. Unlike leafy greens or cruciferous vegetables, Peas have a higher glycemic load, which means they turn to sugar quickly in the body, causing sudden spikes in blood sugar. This is especially dangerous for those living with diabetes or insulin resistance, leading to drops in energy, increased hunger and elevated levels of inflammation. If you have trouble keeping your blood sugar stable, peas may be helping more than you realize. But it doesn't stop there. Peas are also rich in purines, natural compounds that raise uric acid levels in the body. For older people, this is a concern, as excess uric acid can cause gout, a painful form of arthritis that affects the joints, especially the feet and fingers. Additionally, uric acid buildup puts a strain on the kidneys, increasing the risk of kidney stones and long-term kidney damage. If you've ever experienced sudden joint pain or kidney discomfort, reducing your pea consumption may bring unexpected relief. Feeling bloated or tired after a meal with peas. This could be a sign that your digestive system is having difficulty processing them. As we age, the production of digestive enzymes decreases, making certain foods more difficult to digest than before. But don't worry, this doesn't mean you need to eliminate peas from your plate. The key is in moderation. Instead of serving large portions, choose smaller portions and combine with proteins and healthy fats, which help reduce the speed at which sugar is absorbed into the blood. If you are predisposed to gout or suffer from kidney problems, it is best to limit your consumption of peas to avoid possible complications. Although they may seem harmless, these little greens may be contributing to inflammation, digestive discomfort and serious metabolic disorders. Maybe it's time to rethink what's actually on your plate. Number 6. Asparagus, the villain disguised as a superfood. Asparagus is often seen as a superfood, rich in vitamins, antioxidants and fiber. It frequently appears in weight loss diets and eating plans aimed at heart health. But what if I told you that it could be silently aggravating joint pain, taxing your kidneys and dehydrating your body without you even realizing it? One of the main problems hidden in asparagus is its high purine content. These natural substances, present in various foods, are transformed into uric acid in the body. For many seniors, excess uric acid is a serious concern. It can build up in joints and lead to painful gout attacks. Even if you don't suffer from gout, high uric acid levels can still worsen arthritis symptoms, increase inflammation, and put stress on your kidneys. And the dangers don't stop there. Asparagus also has a diuretic effect. That is, it stimulates urination. This may seem beneficial at first glance, as some people believe it helps eliminate toxins. However, for those over 60, this effect can lead to dehydration faster than you might think. As we age, the body retains less water and the sensation of thirst becomes less effective. This means that you may be dehydrated before you even feel thirsty. Dehydration is dangerous. It can cause dizziness, mental confusion, cramps and increase the strain on the kidneys. For those who already have reduced kidney function, this extra effort can worsen the condition. So what to do? If you like asparagus, you don't need to completely exclude it from your diet, just eat it with caution. Drink plenty of water to balance the diuretic effect. If you are prone to gout or kidney problems, limit your consumption and prefer small portions. Cooking asparagus thoroughly can also help reduce purine levels. Despite its reputation as a healthy food, for the elderly, asparagus can be a hidden villain, contributing to joint pain, dehydration and kidney overload. It's worth rethinking whether it's really as safe as it seems. Number 7. Spinach, the enemy of the kidneys. Spinach is widely known as a superfood. Rich in vitamins, minerals and antioxidants, it is praised for strengthening immunity, benefiting the heart and supporting brain health. But is it really that beneficial for the kidneys? The biggest problem is its very high oxalate content, natural compounds that in excess bind to calcium in the kidneys, forming kidney stones. For the elderly, who are already at greater risk of developing kidney stones due to decreased kidney function, excessive spinach consumption can worsen the situation. And it doesn't stop there. Oxalates also make it difficult for the body to absorb calcium. That is, even if you are eating foods rich in calcium, your body may not be absorbing enough to keep your bones strong. This is especially dangerous in old age, when there is a greater risk of fractures, osteoporosis and mobility problems. If you suffer from brittle bones, frequent fractures or joint pain, spinach may be doing more harm than good. How to make it safer? Cooking is essential. Boiling or steaming significantly reduces oxalate levels. Combining it with calcium-rich foods, such as cheese or yogurt, can also help balance the effects. Still, consumption should be moderate. Spinach may seem like an ideal food, but for those who are aging, it can be a hidden enemy, promoting kidney stones, impairing calcium absorption and affecting long-term bone health. Before filling your plate, think, can your kidneys and bones handle it? Cabbage is often seen as a powerful vegetable, rich in fiber, vitamins and antioxidants. It is a constant presence in healthy diets and is praised for its benefits for the heart, digestion, and even weight loss. But what many people don't know is that cabbage has a hidden side, and it can cause serious problems, especially in older people. One of the main challenges is digestion. Cabbage contains raffinose, a type of complex sugar that the human body has difficulty breaking down. The result? This sugar ferments in the intestine, generating gas, bloating, and discomfort. For seniors with slower digestion or a sensitive stomach, this can cause painful bloating, abdominal cramps, and even acid reflux. If you've ever felt stuffed for hours after eating cabbage, it's quite possible that your body is having difficulty digesting this food. But the problem goes beyond digestion. Cabbage can directly affect the health of thyroid gland. This is because it is rich in goitrogens, natural compounds that interfere with thyroid function. They hinder the absorption of iodine, an essential nutrient for the production of thyroid hormones. For those who already suffer from hypothyroidism or slow metabolism, frequent consumption of cabbage can worsen symptoms, leading to more tiredness, weight gain, and even lapses in memory and concentration. So what to do? If you like cabbage, consider fermented versions such as sauerkraut or kimchi. Fermentation helps break down tough fibers and reduces goitrogens, making cabbage easier to digest and less harmful to the thyroid. Cooking cabbage also helps minimize its negative effects. However, if you have thyroid problems, it is best to consume it in moderation. Cabbage may seem like a super healthy food, and in many cases, it is. But for older people, it can be an enemy in disguise, affecting digestion, metabolism, and thyroid health. Before putting it on your plate, ask yourself, is it helping or hindering my health? We just looked at 8 vegetables that, despite seeming harmless, can pose hidden health risks to older people, especially when it comes to their kidneys, blood sugar, digestion, and joints. Remember, eating well isn't just about choosing healthy foods, it's about choosing the right foods for your health. Your body at each stage of life. If you found this content useful, leave your like, subscribe here on Active Health Channel, and share it with your parents, grandparents, and everyone you love. Sometimes a simple change in your diet can make a huge difference to your long-term health. And of course, we want to hear from you. Have you ever had problems with any of the vegetables on this list? Tell us here in the comments. See you in the next video. The Active Health Channel follows by your side on this journey towards a healthier, happier, and more energetic life every day.